जय श्री माता जी। हम सभी श्री माता जी के श्री चरणों में प्रणाम करके सामूहिक वंदन लेंगे। Let us all humbly bow down at lotus feet of Shri Mata Ji and take collective vandan. तीन महामंत्र और श्री गणेश मंत्र। 3 महामंत्राज एंड श्री गणेश मंत्राज।
साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदि शक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
ध्यान की इस स्थिति में अब हम श्री माता जी की अमृतवाणी सुनेंगे। इन दिस मेडिटेटिव स्टेट वी विल नाउ लिसन श्री माता जी अमृतवाणी।
If you can master your body, you will also master your senses. For example, the master, or we can say the highest of the organ which controls most of the organs, I personally think, is the tongue, because it's the primordial nonsense. By tongue we speak things to hurt others. With tongue we learn how to go on jabbering. With tongue we can show how frivolous we are. Either we are tongue tied or tongue loose. There's nothing in between with the tongue. That's only about talking part, that's lower. But when it comes higher, eating, all the time thinking about eating. I've told you 100 times that Sahajogis should go on really sometimes on an absolutely bland, boiled, horrible food just to test the tongue. Can it eat? Try this. Then try this. My father used to tell that you must burn your tongue a little bit. That's one of the tests he said one should do. But he was a hard taskmaster as a guru. So we should see what our tongue can bear. Is it fussy about food? When it sees the food, does it start watering, first of all? Does it take our attention to food? Is food important to us? So the first thing to overcome the problems of your tongue is to starve. Starvation is the only way you can correct yourself. You see, if you starve yourself, say, morning, just have little to eat, reduce it to half. You will be surprised your intestine will be halved also. After some time you cannot eat even if you want to. Your interest will go. Train up yourself. Starvation is a very good thing. I think 40 days that Christ did is very good idea. But that should not be a kind of a thing that they have Ramadan, that they eat the most spicy food during that time early in the morning and the whole day they start thinking about food. Starve yourself fully, but don't think of food. That's difficult, so starve yourself halfway and don't think about food halfway. Gradually try to master your tongue. Mastery of your tongue is only possible if you know how to starve yourself. This is for the western side. For eastern side, they fast morning till evening. I know of ladies, if you ask them, they said, I observe Monday, I observe Tuesday. I observe Wednesday, I observe Thursday. I observe Friday as a fast, and perhaps maybe if I do not starve on Saturday, I will eat on Sunday. I have known such people in my lifetime, many, who just go on fasting. They are such experts and scouts, you see, that they can show you that they can fast for 50 days, 80 days, 108 days and 365 days. Starving masters. So for them I have to tell you have to eat when they are starving. To you I have to say, let us see which date we can starve ourselves. Let us have one day to celebrate. Today is great day of Nanaka. One day let us stop. Which day should be? Monday we cannot, because Monday we have a program. Tuesday we cannot because it is the day where Hanumana has to work. Wednesday we cannot because that the creativity took place. How can it be? Thursday we cannot because we are a guru at that day. We have to work very hard as guru. Friday we cannot, we have to work the Shakti of Mother. Saturday we cannot because we have to do all the intrigue of Shri Krishna. And Sunday how can it be? This is the day of the sun. So which is the best day for starving now? Let us see. We should have Thursday. Because Thursday is the Guru's day. And let us do some fasting. Half day. Can we start with half day, then full day. Thursday let us have. Maybe second half, because breakfast is essential, I think. Without breakfast, you see, the horses cannot rise. So let us have the second half, or we can have the first half. Actually, you have to devise yourself. If you have to be the gurus, it's like going to a college, where you are left to yourself. It is you who has to discipline yourself. Nobody has to tell you that you do this and do that. That somebody has to wake you up. In India it's the other way around. If you tell somebody that you have to wake up at 5, the person who has told will be awakened at 4 o'clock. Himself, the one who has told, so that he doesn't get up to wake him up. Did you follow me? And the whole house will be awakened at 4 o'clock, so that they can take up the duty from the person who has to get awake. But the fellow who has to awaken might not sleep the whole night. It is just the other way around, the other extreme of it. Say if I am there, one night I sleep there. If I get up at 1 o'clock, I find all of them sitting and meditating in the passage, up to the bathroom, everywhere. They have not gone home, not taken food, nothing. Just meditating, taking vibrations, correct. I am sleeping inside. In the night I want to go to the bathroom, I just cannot go because they are all meditating. Nobody is sleeping. Nobody is sleeping. So is that the way now? So to you people, let us do one day that you must have 1 day fasting, 1 day keeping awake. Which day should it be? Let's see. A day when there is no film. half night. Second half, I mean. Not the first half. Which day? Which is the most difficult day when you cannot keep awake.
Friday morning.
Huh? Sunday night. But there's a film on. Without the film. You see, treat yourself like that. Joke with yourself. Now, Sunday night, is there a film on? After 12 there isn't. So Sunday night to get up at 12 o'clock. Let's have it. Enjoy it. Don't get angry. Make a fun out of it. You think more about it, then you get upset. You just don't think about it, really enjoy. It's like swimming. Get up at 12 o'clock, all of you go for a bath, nicely sit down, say bhajans, this, that. Let us. Should we? Michael, what about you?
I don't go to bed till 2 o'clock.
Huh?
I don't go to bed till 2 o'clock.
Up 12 o'clock. No, you have to get up at 12. No, you have to go to bed till 12 o'clock, get up at 12 o'clock. You see, the first half of the night one must sleep, always, is better. Second half of the night is the better part. Alright? So the first half of the night you all have to sleep anytime. You can sleep about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock if you want. But that should not be important, what time you sleep. Whatever time you sleep, you have to get up at 12 o'clock in the morning. Or say after 12. So Krishna was born in the night about 12 o'clock, Nanaka was born 12 o'clock in the night. All the gurus mostly took their birth 12 o'clock in the night. To celebrate that, we must have one day where we do not sleep after 12. But then what about Caxton Hall?
Should we try Saturday night?
Huh?
Saturday night. We do it Saturday night. It'll be safer, so if there's any accidents, they happen on a Sunday rather than a Monday.
Alright. So you can sleep in the daytime of Saturday or of Sunday. Sunday afternoon you can sleep. No, that would be not wrong, right? But if you make any compensation, then you are not torturing your body much. You must devise a method by which your body does feel that it has to get up at 12 o'clock. Better keep it that time. What do you say? All right.
I just think that people's work might suffer on Monday.
Huh?
People's work might suffer on Monday.
So people's work might suffer on getting up for Monday morning or that.
They will never. Take it from. They will not. You see, work is not important. What is important is your spirit, your mastery. Work in any case you are not going to have after some time. So that work is not important. This new work that you have taken, better look after that. Forget about your work. Forget about these things. What is important is your spirit. Otherwise, you cannot become gurus. Spirit is the most important thing. The rest of the things are absolutely unimportant. Is zero. I've been very slowly trying to take you out of the mud of materialism and of these mundane things. But you have to work for God. You are special people. So you have to make yourself a master. So God gives you all the blessings, everything. But the idea of luxurious life must be given up. People want to make life luxurious. Then you will have the luxury of this world, but not the luxury of God's blessing. One of the two you have to select. Either you lead a luxurious life here, come this side. Either you lead a life which is luxurious on the material level, or you lead a luxurious life of God's blessing. One of the two you have to choose. The time has come. So nothing is important. See, the insecurity of money also is another nonsense. At least you people should not have. I mean, you will never starve at least. But Indians, if they do not work, they will starve. Not you people can never starve. If you are unemployed, government is happy more. As long as you don't bother them. If you sit at home and meditate, they will be very happy. So to earn more money or to make more money is not important at all in surgery. Most important thing is to be the spirit. For that, whatever is to be done has to be done. Let everything suffer. You don't make your spirit suffer. Because you have to become the full moon, like Guru Nanak. How much did Guru Nanak earn? You should find it. How did he live his life? There is nothing to bother about money. Because more money is not needed. Just needed for your food and for your living. And then money is arranged if you need any extra money sometimes, emergency. I've done it for many Australians, you know. But those are the people who have dedicated themselves fully. And that is why they have been helped whenever there is an emergency, they don't have to bother. But the dedication to your spirit has to be full, complete, and nothing to your work, actually. Because that goes hand in hand. If you are not worried about yourself after realization, about your spirit, you will have all the problems of the world. First and foremost is financial problem. Then physical problem, mental problem, emotional problem. All kinds of problems will follow because I have awakened your Kundalini. One part I have done. But the another part, that is your heart, you have not opened. You must give your heart to surgery. You have not opened your heart as yet. Heart has to be opened. You are still worried about your father, mother, brother, sister, wife, children. Open your heart fully to surgery in a doubtless way. Then only doubtless awareness will settle down. Unless and until you open your heart, Kundalini rising has no meaning. Because Kundalini is rising, but the heart has not opened. If the Mother Earth sends forth her power through the seed and the seed doesn't open, then what's the use? It's all a waste. Open your heart to Sahaja. Open your heart to Spirit and say, Mother, we are the Spirit. You have to realize this. Many people also perhaps do not realize that you have come on this earth to be the Spirit and not to be workers of human beings. You must understand your greatness. I know that you are not like mundane people. That's why you are blessed. Who is blessed so much? You are described long time back by a Blake that such and such people are going to come on this earth, men of God. Men of God, what do you have in your heart? Your heart will be like a stone. Unless and until there is light of spirit, it is a stone heart. And the stone is going to hurt everyone, is going to ruin you completely. Open your heart. 100%. You have met Indian Sahajogis, they have problems of money. Or how much they work for Sahajoga, day in and day out. How much they have contributed for Sahajoga. Then imagine about 7 lakhs of rupees they have collected. Kustam knows. 7 lakhs of rupees they have collected for their ashram. 7 lakhs is 35,000 pounds. 35,000 pounds they have collected only in Bombay. In Delhi they have collected about 5 lakhs. 25,000. They are working, they have families, they have children, but what they think about is nothing but Sahajoga, nothing but Sahajoga, nothing but. They give most of their money for Sahajoga, I think. They live with minimum. If I tell them, why don't you buy another shirt for yourself? So they will say, Mother, I have worn lots of shirts in my previous lives. So satisfied. We have found the Atma now. Let us dress up the Atma. We have found out our heart. Let us become the heart. What is the need to worry about these things? We have done enough of all these nonsense. I tell you, we think they are poor, but they are not. Wherever they can save their money, they will save it. They used to give me some money before. I said, no, I don't need just now. There's no need. Because I have no place to keep. There's no trust, nothing. How are we to do? They continued like this till about, I think, 73, 74, when I went back, we thought of starting an ashram because you people were all coming there. So I said, all right, now you have to give me money. All the Sahajogis can give me money, whatever they have said. And you'll be amazed, everyone came out with 1,000 pounds, 1,000 rupees. Every one of them, whether he was a labourer or every one of them, 1,000 minimum, up to 21,000. In 3 years' time, that's it, because they thought it is our responsibility to save money for Sahajoga. Tomorrow if you have to have an ashram, how are we going to have? But we still indulge into things. So this is what is the Guru Pad. The gentleman has to sit down. Give him a chair. Please come. Please come. You will not be standing. All right. So today is such a great day of Guru Nanaka's birthday. And we have to see his own life, how he spent his own life, how he lived, and under what conditions he managed. So the first thing is to look after, disciplining yourself, feeling responsible for Sahajoga. I was amazed. People told me that in the ashram people keep the lights on. And the oil costs so much, 300 pounds every week. I'm amazed. Every one of you should be responsible for every electricity, everything that you spend here. This is God's place. Somebody has given the car, everybody wants to use the car. You see, the saving the pounds is still going on in the heads of Sahajogis. If they can say by taking somebody's car they would borrow. Never borrow anybody's car. It is not for you. You must have your self-respect. Why to borrow anybody's car? It is not to be done. So the second point of the self is self-respect. First is the respect of your body. And the second is self-respect. We are arrogant, we can be rude, but we have no self-respect. But it is the truth that is lacking. See, suddenly I find after war, there has been no teaching how to be self-respecting. And like in the war, might be, the atmosphere might have been created, I don't know why, that I'm above everything, don't care for others. May have been, I don't know why this kind of a thing has come. But it is so, very prevalent. But you people have to be the other way around. Others are first and then yourself with your self-respect. Doesn't matter. Nobody is going to die, I can tell you this. You all must have self-respect. And such mediocre people should not be allowed to stay in Sahaja. At least in the ashram. Because it brings bad name to Sahaja. One person can spoil the whole. Only people who want to be gurus have to stay in the ashram. It's not going to be made into a convenience for anyone. But the other way around is that we are going to look after ourselves. We have to become this. We have to grow. We have to do it. Then it's just the other way round. Everything works out. I don't have to tell you. Because this is so base and so gross that after being here for so many years, we should all have become avadutas by now. Absolutely. Controlling all elements, everything should have been possible. But still you are under the grip of the element. How can you control it? First of all, get out of the slavery, this mental slavery. Alright, if it is there, it's there. If it is not there, doesn't matter. Nothing is more important than it. I am the king of the whole world. If I have to sleep on the ground, I can sleep. If I have to sleep in the palaces, I'll sleep. Nothing can dominate. Then you are the master. You know, in India there are some Sahajogis who are controlling, definitely controlling the elements. We have examples of that. Lots of things have been published and you know that in Nirmala Yoga, you must have heard. But you meet them, you will find they are avadutas. When they talk, you feel a great sage is talking, the way they behave all the time. You see their behavior and everything is so great. We need people of that caliber today because that is the situation of all the nations. You have to be extra good because today is not the time when we can allow things to go as they are. Or we are not just disciples, we all have to become gurus. And it is not the time when you can play with time. You cannot play with events. You have to surmount it, you have to come on top of it. It's the time when the whole ship is going to be drowned or to be saved. This is the situation today. And that's why you have got your realization so far. If that precarious time had not arrived, how many of you really think you deserved it? But you got it. Because the time is such that everybody must be given realization and they must be given all powers so that they come up. But if you do not open your heart, put all your attention to your spirit, these powers will not work out. None of these powers will work out in you. This is the problem. Every guru had a command on the elements. Nanaka, you know definitely, people were sitting there and they asked him for the water, and he put his hand on a rock and the water started pouring down. That's why it is called Punjab, Punjab. 5. And the 5 rivers exist there too. It is said about all of them that they had powers over elements. So how much we are lacking? Still we are like other people who are selling cheap things or who are busy making cheap things or who are of no value. You are the ones who have to save the whole world. At the maximum of my life, blood and toil and everything, sweat, I have put in this land of you. The time is coming for me to go. Only 3 years more are left. Before that, I hope we establish an ashram. You need not pay for it, but you have to be ready to occupy it, otherwise you cannot occupy it. I can tell you, you cannot get any more blessings of God. So why should God bless you? This is the point one should ask oneself. Are you your own spirit? Or you are all else but the spirit? But when I say something, it just goes as a big roaring. I don't know if the frequencies reach your eyes or not, or ears or not. But I would request you now, as Gavin has asked me for Guru Nanaka's day, I really didn't want to come, because to talk of Guru Nanaka and to hear about it, one has to be a very great person. Because such a light to bear, you have to make up yourself. Everything else is important. Then how can you talk of Sahaj Yoga coming over? I went to America, I was surprised. Americans, whatever it is, few people. But to them, Sahaj Yoga is the most important. They talk nothing but Sahaj Yoga, their life is Sahaj Yoga. Morning till evening they are working out Sahaj Yoga, nothing else. They are not for Australians, you know. But the heart is not open. The spirit has not shown its light. It is the one that gives you complete satisfaction, complete joy, complete unique principle, because then you start giving. If there is no light, what are you giving? Darkness. What are you giving to others? The darkness that is within you, if you are going to give that. So the second phase has to be, as I have told you, to have self-respect. The one who asks, demands, has dearth, has no self-respect. Who can give me? When I am forgiving, nobody can give me. We have to learn to give, and give, and give, and give. Does not matter. I am so worried sometimes that I do not give you any hard tests, I tell you. Even a little bit, when you try to be funny, you do get a little bit hurt, but again I soothe you. That's sort of a mediocrity, you see. This mediocrity is not going to help us. This is the age of mediocrity. In the politics are mediocre, useless people. You go in the economics, there are mediocres, everywhere there are mediocres. In Sahaja Yoga we have to have extra brilliant, extra sacrificing, extra dynamic, extra compassionate people. Otherwise Sahaja Yoga is not going to work out. If you fail, it will be your responsibility. Naturally you want me to help you. I have done my level best, you see. All the quick methods, you see, instant, like puja, all that I have allowed you to have. But that does not stay in you, does not retain in you. The vibrations are so much. You have no idea. Some people have felt the gale coming out. Gale. So it is there. You may not feel it. If you ask Gagangar Maharaj, he will tell you what happened to him when he first faced me. But to you, nothing happens. What if gale comes to Rock of Gibraltar? You don't feel it. So as far as I am concerned, I have worked very hard, you know that. And I know you can come up. You have that potential in you. So, you must make your own rules and regulations. Nobody needs to make. If somebody makes so much, you make your own so much. Like tea drinking, like mad. I just don't understand. It's like a life which is a swingy thing, you see. It has no direction, it has no guidance. You must, if you are the master, you must at least be the driver of your car, if not the master. You should stand on your both legs and know that you are the guru, that you must have your own staff in your hand. The staff that will guide others, not a support to you. If you are yourself a lanky-panky person, how are you going to hold all the masses to you, and how are you going to guide them? So strong effort, very tenacious effort must be made. Form your own rules and regulations. Treat yourself as a disciple. You are the guru, you are the disciple. So the third phase of this thing is to be the spirit. The spirit, that is the guru, and the rest of it is the disciple. Your body, your mind, your emotions, your intellect, everything is a disciple and you are the guru. For this, you do not need people of very great intellect. You do not need people of very great education, but a person who is courageous and a person who is of that quality. When you go to India, you must meet a gentleman called Harishchandra. He's a very simple fisherman. He's a graduate, of course, but he's a simple man, works in a bank. When he came to me in Sahaja Yoga, he got his realization. I have told you his story once. Again I'll tell you what sort of a man he is. He told me that he went to the sea, he was to go to the other side on a small little island to talk about Sahaja Yoga. There were 25 people and it was storm, really a tempest. So he went and stood before the sea and towards the wind that was blowing, and he took out his hand and says, "Stop it now. I have to go for mother's work. This is God's work. Will you stop? Until I come back home you are going to keep it like that." Once he said it and the whole thing stopped. They also witnessed. He went there, did all the work, came back home, and when he entered his door, then the water started raining. It started drizzling down. He's an ordinary man to look at. Compared to you people are really great Englishmen. lives in a very ordinary way. The wife is a fisherwoman also. She sorts out fishes and sells them in the market. But see, his body is so well built and shining and the muscles so developed. And the man, he stands up and the way he talks, an absolutely humble person. No wonder Christ chose fishermen. And he has got thousands of fishermen as his disciples. He doesn't call them disciples, he says all they are mother's children. Thousands, don't know. He has been calling me to go to them and all that, but they come to my program, some of them. But one day I have to go down to those islands. Any one of the islands, he said, you come, they will be all there the whole day waiting. But the way he's there is surprising. When I'm there, he brings fishes for me. So I said, you see, I eat fishes that you bring, but what about my other children? He said, no, next time all the fishes will be sent to you. And he sent one truckload, we won't believe. And I said, now I don't even have truckload disciples. Who was going to eat all this? And he said, nothing, I just went and told fishermen that mother has asked for fishes and everybody gave their fishes. One day we will not have fishes, what is that? What does it matter? Imagine those people who live day to day in that country. Modi told the newspaper people that we can control the elements somehow by Mother's grace. So the newspaper people felt that they were very much boasting. But it's true, they can. To them it is not boasting, it's just what it is happening. So they are telling the truth, you see. But that should happen. We should also have some things to boast here. Important. So now we have the other phase, as I told you, is of becoming the guru of yourself, detaching yourself, identifying yourself with the spirit which is growing in its life. So detachment. One has to develop detachment. My mother, it starts like that. My mother is suffering from cancer. My father is suffering from madness. Mother, can you cure them? So now first I cure mother and father. Then I am married. My wife is like this, my child is like this. Then my house, then my motor car, then my dog, then my umbrella. I have to go on struggling from A to Z, from Z to A. Alright? I can do up to a point. But for what? For what? Why to cure the mother, father, brothers, sisters, every relationship, the 10th marriage and the 11th divorce? Why to correct all this? For what? It must have some purpose. And if that purpose cannot be served, what is the use of doing? The purpose is that you at least leave all these things into my hand and detach yourself. But you want to bring the case to me as well as worry about it. Detachment. But the idea of detachment is like this. I am very detached about money, mother. Absolutely. I am not bothered. I keep the lights on. Why to worry about money? This is argument. Why should we worry about looking after the gas and all that? After all, we are detached people. We are in detachment, you see. We are not attached to money. But who is going to pay? The other type of detachment that I see, very interesting one is this one is, I am very detached. So, I'm not bothered about having a bath, having all kinds of diseases, having all kinds of problems within myself, giving my problems to others. I'm detached. Why should I cover myself? I'm detached. If I get cold, I'm detached. Let everybody get cold from me. That's why, what can I do? I'm detached. I've got cold, so what does it matter? I'm a detached personality. Why should others find? They should also get detached. This is the ridiculous limit we can go in our idea of detachment. Detachment is from within. You are not bothered. You are not bothered. You know your mother. The first detachment is shown in generosity. Detachment is generosity. Very nice. She sold her ornaments for nothing at all. I mean, I would never have accepted that money. She just sold. It's remarkable. She's poor. She's Polish, not English. She sold her ornaments. And this is what communism has done to people. They are very detached. Communists are very detached people, I tell you. Of course, I would never take that money, that's there. But the way she did it, just like that. And she was just record it, I was happy. For God's sake, alright, what is ornament thing? I mean, you know, I've given away so many of my ornaments to keep relations alright. The other day I gave away my kada to Christine, you know that, when she got engaged. Just it came out of the hand and went away. I was detached, you see. I never even felt the coming out. So much detached that Christine, poor thing, you see, crumpled down with pressure, but to me it was just nothing. Dust. So that detachment has to come. Now you should know which part you are there.
अब हम सब श्री माता जी की आरती करेंगे। नाउ वी विल ऑफर आरती टू श्री माता जी।
सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारण कितने लिए अवतार माँ, कितने लिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा। तू गंगा यमुना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ धरती पर आकर दुख से दूर करना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधुर संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधुर संगीत सुन लो। हो सके जो सेवा, हो सके जो सेवा हमसे करा देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री शक्ति माताजी। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार नमो नमः। बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
श्री माता जी, आज के सुंदर ध्यान के लिए हम सब आपके श्री चरणों में कोटि कोटि प्रणाम करते हैं माँ। श्री माता जी, वी humbly bow down at your lotus feet for today's beautiful meditation. जय श्री माता जी। एक बंधन लगाएंगे श्वेता के नाम का।